Welcome to Company of Heroes. Company of Heroes is a real-time strategy game that focuses on frontline combat, capturing key strategic points and leading your company to victory. Welcome to basic training. This training exercise during the game. Here's an example. You can see your objectives listed on the left side of the screen. Moving your mouse cursor. Try that. Good. If the objective is off screen, an arrow will point to it. For training purposes, the description and direction arrow will remain on screen. Good. Now, we will cover how to select units. This is a rifleman squad, the basic infantry unit. Note the rifleman icon and the squad's health bar above the unit. In Company of Heroes, you issue orders to squad. A squad needs to be selected before you can give them orders. Left-click on the rifleman squad to select it.
We got a full combat load.
Good. You can see they're selected by the circle on the ground around them. All selected squads are... You can access the squad's ability. The mini-map is shown on the left side of the tab. To get more information about anything, here's an engineer squad. You can select several squads at the same time by holding the left mouse button and dragging a selection box over both of the squads. You can select several squads at the same time by holding the left mouse button and dragging a selection box over both of the squads.
Listen up, Rifle Squad.
Shut your gobs and listen.
You can select several squads at the same time by holding the left mouse button and dragging a selection box over both of the squads.
Okay, give me eyeballs.
Ready for battle.
Excellent. You can see both squads in the selection panel of the taskbar. You can cycle through each squad in your selection by pressing Good. You can now give orders to this individual squad and use their special abilities in the command panel. Left-click on the group select icon to Good. Our engineers are being deployed elsewhere. We will now cover unit movement. To issue a move order to your rifleman squad, Good. In order to move units outside the immediate viewable area, you will need to pan the camera. Moving your mouse cursor to the edge of the screen pans the camera in. Good. Now follow the objective arrow and pan the camera until you see the road intersection.
Good. I hate standing around.
Good. Now follow the objective arrow and pan the camera until you see the road in. Excellent. Now.
On your right, coming up from
Good.
behind.
Good. Now you get the... In Company of Heroes, you can rotate the camera to see more. To do this, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and move the mouse to rotate and tilt your camera view. Try this now. To do this, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and move the mouse to rotate and tilt your camera view. Try this now. To do this, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and move the mouse to rotate and tilt your camera view. Try this now.
The men are formed up, sir. Move it! Ready for battle.
To do this, hold down
We
the
got
Alt
a
key
full
on your
combat
keyboard
load.
and move the mouse to rotate and tilt your camera view. Try this now. That's it. To return the camera to its default position, press the backspace key twice.
Rifles at the ready.
That's it. To return the camera to its default position, press the backspace key twice.
Put some hustle into it.
That's it. To return the camera to its default position, press the backspace key twice. Excellent. You can also zoom in and zoom out. Fantastic. Again, Company of Heroes is best played from the default camera position. Let's select your Rifleman squad.
Get your
Issue a
kit and
move
form up.
order to
Get
the
those boots
Notice
working,
that as
boys.
your squad moves, they
Yep.
reveal more of the
Let's
surrounding landscape. This is the fog of war. Your units can only see what is immediately around them.
Okay, here we go!
Well done. Your squad is in position. An event queue has appeared on the left of the screen to let you know that enemies have been spotted. Click on the event queue or press the spacebar to focus the camera on the location of the event. Click on the event queue or press the spacebar to focus the camera on the location of the event. An Axis patrol is moving in and trying to capture our strategic point. Notice that enemy units are shown in red. Right-click on the enemy troops to attack them. You have deselected your squad. Left-click on your Rifleman squad to select it.
All I know
Right-click
is I
on the
have
enemy
a
troops
rifle
to
and a
attack
hit for
them.
looks.
I learn, I will fight better.
Right-click on the enemy troops to attack. Notice your mouse changes to an attack cursor as you mouse over the enemy squads. Enemy unit down. Good job. Now, let's get that strategic point back.
Come on, last!
Good job. Right-click on the strategic point to order your...
we'll take it,
Notice
all
your
right.
mouse changes to a capture cursor when you mouse over a strategic point.
Point
Excellent.
captured!
This concludes basic training. You've earned your stripes. You have learned how to select units, move the camera, and how to use the right mouse button to issue basic commands. Click Continue to return to base. Welcome to Infantry Combat Training. We'll be commanding an airborne infantry squad and learning how to use cover, flank the enemy, and use abilities. So far, we've issued commands with the right mouse button. However, using abilities from the taskbar is done with the left mouse button. Left-click on the flashing button, then left-click on the indicated position to deploy your paratroopers. Confirmed. Your squad is parachuting in now. In company of heroes, using abilities is always done with the left mouse button. These guys are airborne infantry, elite paratroopers that can be airdropped anywhere on the battlefield.
Airborne, welcome
The
to
red
France.
shield displayed next to the squad's icon indicates the exposed squad. Select your paratrooper squad.
Airborne here.
Right-click near the indicated
All right, let's get going. Here we go.
The yellow dots on the ground show areas of light cover. Light cover offers limited protection from enemy fire. Good. The yellow shield icon over your squad shows they are in light cover. Let's move again. Right-click near the stone wall
Move
to
out,
move.
Airborne. Move it up on the left.
The green dots represent areas of heavy cover. Good. As you can see, the shield is now green. Your squad, time to move into enemy territory. Let's use the attack move ability. Remember, targeted abilities like attack move are confirmed with a left click. Left click on the attack move button in the taskbar. Then pan the camera to the target location and left click.
The view was better from the plane.
Left-click on the Attack Move button in the taskbar. Then, pan the camera to the target location and left-click.
Airborne here.
Left-click on the Attack Move button.
Move it. Watch
Squads
your space.
using Attack Move will automatically attack the enemy and then continue to their destination.
Airborne.
Enemy
under fire.
sighted.
Cover me. Get up here. We got crowd troops firing on us.
Good.
Fucking A!
Enemy
Target is
patrol
down.
destroyed.
Moving up on the
Mortars, incoming. A Kraut mortar team has been spotted near the chapel. Attack the mortar squad by
left.
right-clicking on them.
They're fucking bleeding now. Covering fire.
You have deselected your squad.
Airborne
Attack the
engaged.
mortar squad by right-click. As you've seen, your squads will automatically use cover when attacking.
Cover me. Airborne taking fire. Airborne ready.
Good work. Notice your squad. All units gain veterancy. Recon shows the enemy has set up a heavy machine gun team to cover the road. We need to take it out. Attack the heavy machine gun team by right-clicking on it.
Airborne ready. Go. Hooah!
Attack the heavy machine. Your squad is taking enfilade fire from that MG. This is the MG's arc of fire. We need to stay out of this area.
Fire!
Order your... Excellent. Let's throw a grenade to destroy the machine gun team. Left-click on the flashing grenade icon in the taskbar, and then left-click on the machine gun team to set the target location.
Grenade that target! Shot! Covering fire!
Using abilities like grenades costs resources. The machine gun team is out of action. Now, let's take over that MG-42. Time for a little payback. Capture the heavy machine gun by right-clicking on it.
On that weapon, take positions. Left element, moving up! Sir.
Excellent. You now control 2 squads. A heavy machine... Now, select your heavy machine gun team.
Weapons
Hold
team
down
ready.
the right mouse button over the MG team and drag the mouse in the direction of the arrow. Release
Sir.
the button to order the heavy machine gun team to face
Good.
in that
I
direction.
hate standing around.
Move it, Airborne. Keep low. Let's go. Move your ass.
You can issue a set facing command to all
Stay with
squads
me.
and
Come on.
vehicles in company of heroes. Incoming enemy patrol. Notice that your squads automatically attack nearby
Check your
enemies.
ammo. Infantry! Airborne, under fire! Feed 'em pineapple!
Enemy patrol destroyed.
Annihilated!
More paratroopers are inbound to our position. Select a new paratrooper squad.
Airborne, ready for
Select a
duty.
new
Stand by,
right-click
airborne
on the
squad.
nearby
taking the
strategic
sector.
point to capture it.
Airborne. Hope
Keep
Jerry
low.
don't mind
Let's
us
go.
dropping in. Come on, we're repositioning.
MG team taking the sector.
Right-click on the nearby strategic point to capture it.
We've got the
Good.
point.
This sector is now under our control. Time to upgrade your squad. Upgrade your paratroopers by left-clicking on the flashing recoilless rifle icon. Upgrade your paratroopers by left-clicking on the flashing recoilless rifle icon.
The view was better from the plane.
Upgrade your paratroopers by left-clicking on the flashing recoilless rifle icon.
Listen up, people. Yes, sir.
Recoilless rifles are heavy anti-tank weapons that are effective against vehicles and structures.
Yes, sir.
Dispatching airborne reinforcements. Excellent. Notice the upgrade icon above the health bar on the squad indicator. Time to attack the enemy and clear out the area. Order your squads to destroy the enemy machine gun team defending this farm using what you've learned so far. Remember, use cover and grenades. Good luck. Reinforcement underway. We'll have them back to full strength in no time.
Paratroopers on point. Back at full fighting strength. Airborne. Paratroopers on point.
Not my fault. 30 cal, stowed and move.
We have an MG on us! We're under attack! Fucking crap!
Go! Stay low!
Fast have the beat on us! Taking hits!
Up two, ladies.
Taking automatic fire!
Take cover!
MG squad is drawing
Well
fire!
done. During infantry training, you learned how to use cover. Infantry training complete.
Okay, Airborne. Keep eyes open.
Welcome to base operations training. During this exercise, we will cover base construction. Our headquarters is located in this farmhouse. The HQ is your most crucial structure. With it, you call First, let's deploy an engineer squad. To do this, as you can see on your taskbar, you have no resources. For training purposes, there are 3 types: manpower. To deploy, left-click on the flashing button. Engineers are your basic construction squad. They can build defenses and base structures. Your engineers are ready for duty. Let's begin construction of a barracks. First, select your engineer. Left-click the flashing button to access your... To build a barracks, left-click the flashing button, and then left-click at the indicated location to order your engineers to begin construction.
Understood.
Base structures can only be built near the HQ and on open ground. If the build preview turns red, you cannot build at that location.
Barracks
Good.
complete,
The
as
barracks allows you to deploy basic infantry troops to the battlefield and upgrade your squads. Time to call. Select your barracks. Now, left-click on the rifleman button. Again, notice that you have spent manpower to deploy the rifleman squad. The rifleman squad is now displayed in the build queue. You can cancel any item in the queue by left-clicking on it. Rally points can be set by using the rally point icon, and then newly deployed squads will automatically move to that location. You've spent all of your resources. We'll now show you how to earn. Remember, there are 3 types. Let's start with manpower. A constant, the second number shows. Munitions is the second resource. You spend munitions to upgrade your squads and use special abilities like throwing grenades. A constant stream. Fuel is the final resource and is spent to deploy a constant stream of. The mini-map shows the location of all resource points. To get a more detailed view of the battlefield, this is the tactical map. The battlefield is divided up into a number of territory sectors. Each sector has an icon which represents the location of the strategic point and select your rifleman squad.
I gotcha.
Rifles.
Right-click
ammo
on the
depot.
munitions point to capture it. Good. You've captured the point, and now you control the territory. As you can see on the however, bring up the tactical map to get a better understanding of supply lines. The munitions sector you've just captured is here. As you can see, it's not connected to your HQ. Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate the enemy, then capture the strategic point.
Rifle squad, on me. Here we go. Look time.
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate the enemy, then capture the strategic point.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Moving up on your right.
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate.
Naval Company
Excellent.
has the point.
Strategic points are vital in establishing your front lines and territory. Now, let's return to the munition sector. The resource. Now, we need to secure the munitions sector to. Now click on the flashing Field Defenses button on the command panel.
Time to kill some krauts.
Left-click on the Observation Post button, and then left-click on the munitions point. Left-click on the Observation Post button, and then left-click on the munitions.
I didn't come all the way to Europe to do this.
We're done
Now that
building
the
here.
observation post is complete, the sector is secure. Notice that your munitions rate has increased. More important, this area is crawling with German patrols. Time to defend our front lines. Select your engineer squad.
Engineers.
Click on the flashing
As it
field
is,
emplacements
ladies.
button to access your defensive build options. Select your engineer squad.
What
Click
he's
on
doing?
the flashing field left click on the MG emplacement button, and then position it by left-clicking on the indicated location. Finally, set the facing of the MG emplacement to cover the northern approach.
Sort out that MG nest ASAP. Engineers, yep. Let's get a move on.
Go! I gotcha!
On one now. Understood.
Okay, done
Excellent. Enemy incoming. The MG emplacement will automatically engage. Fantastic. The MG emplacement is suppressing the enemy troops. They're retreating. However, the Germans know we're here now, and they'll be back with more troops.
Man down!
We need to fortify our position. In Company of Heroes, you can garrison local buildings which provide excellent cover for squads during combat. Select your engineer squad. Order the engineers to garrison the nearby building by right-clicking on it.
What? Hold up in there.
Order the engineers to garrison the nearby building by right-clicking on it. Good. Buildings can also be upgraded into a forward. Select the local building. Select the local. Left-click on the flashing button. Only buildings in supplied sectors can be upgraded into a forward barracks. Improvements to our HQ are finished. Now you can deploy infantry squads from this building in exactly the same way you do from a barracks. Now deploy a rifleman squad from your forward.
Rifle
Excellent.
squad reporting for duty.
Select your rifleman squad.
Rifle squad,
Use the
all
rifleman
engineers.
squad to capture the indicated You have deselected your squad. Left-click on your rifleman squad to select it.
Rifles.
Use the
ready for
rifleman
battle,
squad
man.
to capture the indicated strategic point. Use the rifleman squad to capture the
We're
indicated
ready to move in.
strategic
Just
point.
give the order. Move on, men. Tactical spacing. Let's go.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated
Get your kit
strategic
and
point.
form up.
We've got the point!
People,
Left flank,
check
moving
your
up.
ammo. Clear your side.
Rifle squad at contact!
Attack!
Do it!
The flashing yellow indicators above your squad shows that they are being suppressed. While suppressed, your squads will dive to the ground and crawl to avoid being hit.
Contact! Ground infantry!
The flashing red indicator shows your squad is now pinned. Pinned units are ineffective and will take heavy casualties unless you retreat. Left-click the flashing retreat button on the taskbar. Retreat will break any suppression or pinning effects on your squads and give them a defensive bonus.
Watch your flank!
Your squad is safe now, but they took some casualties. Select your rifleman's squad.
Ready for
Click the
battle.
flashing
Get it done.
button to reinforce your squad back up to full strength. Squads can only reinforce if they are near a
back
base
to full
structure,
fighting
a
strength.
forward barracks, or a half-track. Notice you have earned experience. Once you've gained it, you can use. To do this, left-click on the flashing Company Commander button. There are 3 companies you can choose: Infantry, Airborne, and Armor. Each has its own for training. Click on the Infantry Company icon to select it. Then, click the Here are the special abilities available to you as an Infantry Company Commander. The Defensive Operations ability allows your riflemen. Click on the Defensive Operations button. Then, click the Accept button to confirm your choice and exit the Company Commander screen.
Goddamn GIs. Make me proud. Get your kit and form up.
Click on the Defensive Operations button. Then, click the Accept button to confirm your choice and exit the Company Commander screen. Click on the Defensive Operations
The
button.
men are formed
Then,
up,
click
sir.
the Accept button to confirm your choice and exit the Company Commander screen. The Germans will be counterattacking. We need to defend this area with sandbags. Select your rifleman's squad.
Rifle squad.
Left-click
all eyes in
on the
here.
Build Field Defenses menu and select left-click at the indicated location to start the wall. Now drag the mouse to the final location and left-click to order your riflemen to build the sandbags. Left-click at the indicated location to start. Now drag the mouse to the final location and left-click to order your...
Yes,
Good.
sir.
Your riflemen are now building the wall section by section. Sandbags provide heavy cover. You can move infantry behind this wall to give them cover against incoming fire.
People. Listen up, people. We got a full combat load.
Drops are hitting us pretty hard here! Rifle squad is being engaged!
Earn more command points. Left-click on the Company Commander button to purchase another ability.
We got new recruits.
Left-click on the flashing button to unlock a devastating artillery strike. Then, left-click Accept. Use the artillery strike ability to defeat the German attack. Okay, take cover. Enemy unit down.
Position under fire from crowd troops! Taking rifle fire!
Infantry squad
Taking
lost.
full arm fire here!
Enemy unit down. Stand down.
that.
Section is
Berlin
clear.
next.
Well done. During training, we covered how to establish your base, call in additional troops,
Squad, deploy.
capture territory, defend your front lines, and use company commander abilities to defeat the enemy. This completes base operations. Welcome to Armor Training. We've just got word. Select your Sherman tank. Use your Sherman tank to move to the ambush site. Use your Sherman tank to move to the ambush site. Select your Sherman tank. Use your Sherman tank to move to the ambush site. Use your Sherman tank to move to the ambush site. There's the enemy. Select your Sherman tank. Order. That was a direct hit, but it did little damage because of the Panzer's heavy armor. You need to flank the enemy tank and attack its rear armor, which is weaker. Issue a move order to the position behind the Panzer tank. You need to flank the enemy tank and attack its rear armor, which is weaker. Issue a move order to the position behind the Panzer tank. Deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Order. That was a direct hit, but it did little damage because of the Panzer's heavy armor. You need to flank the enemy tank and attack its rear armor, which is weaker. Issue a move order to the position behind the Panzer tank. Good. You've scored a hit to its rear armor. Another tank incoming. Look out.
Sherman on the attack.
You've been hit.
Let's get moving! Let's get a move on! Move her out!
Good shooting. Now, let's look at the damage. That shot from the Panzer scored a critical hit and has immobilized your tank. Notice the unit information display on the taskbar shows the Sherman tank has suffered from a critical hit to its engine. Your tanks can be repaired in the field with the help of the engineer squads. Repairing a vehicle will remove any critical hits it has received. Order your engineers to repair the Sherman by right-clicking on it.
Here I come!
Order your engineers to repair the Sherman by right-clicking on it. Order your engineers to repair the Sherman by right-clicking on it.
There.
Excellent.
Ready
The
for
repairs
another
are
beat.
complete. There are enemy patrols in this area. To increase the... Select your Sherman tank. Click on the flashing button to
Understood.
Excellent. Notice the gunner on the turret manning the MG. Recon indicates the Germans have set up a base north of our position. Let's Let's move up and order your Sherman to proceed to the indicated location.
Stand to.
I said advance.
Cover me!
Order your Sherman to proceed to the indicated location.
I want this bucket of bullets moving.
Tank traps are blocking the road. Your Sherman cannot move through the tank traps. Axis infantry spotted.
Taking rifle fire!
Engaging target.
Engineers under fire!
Engaging target.
Look out. Panzerschrecks. They're targeting the Sherman's rear armor. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Engaging target. Armor is under shape charge attack.
Engineers,
You have
taking
deselected
fire.
your tank.
Oh, well, those stretch
Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Sherman on point.
You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy. You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Taking fire. Sherman on attack.
Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Taking fire. Under fire.
Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Taking fire. Sherman on the attack.
Hold down the right mouse button. You
Engineers,
have
taking
deselected
fire.
your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it.
They're close. Armor is under shape charge attack.
Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy. You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Cannon on target. Fire.
You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy.
Sherman reporting.
You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your Sherman tank to select it.
Taking fire.
Hold. Excellent. Now the Sherman's strongest armor is facing the enemy.
Sherman on the attack. They're close. Armor is under shape charge attack.
What is it? Fire weapon.
Enemy Panzerschrecks destroyed. We need to continue moving toward the Axis base.
Engineers,
Those tank traps are blocking our path. We'll call in a Sherman Crocodile to help. Crocodiles are armed with flamethrowers and can be upgraded with a bulldozer that can crush tank traps and select your crocodile to upgrade your crocodile.
Down! Sherman reporting.
Excellent. You can now activate the bulldozer by left-clicking on the flashing button to lower the dozer blade.
Armor ready. Give us gas, Tiny.
You have deselected your tank. Left-click on your crocodile tank to select it. Excellent. You can now activate the bulldozer by left-clicking on the flashing button to lower the dozer blade.
Crocodile.
Excellent. You can now activate the bulldozer by left... Now clear the tank traps by moving the tank through them.
Crocodile here. Rev her up.
Now, excellent. Your tank moves slower while the bulldozer is lowered. You can raise it by left-clicking on the bulldozer button in the command panel.
Understood.
Now let's take out that German base. Use both your Sherman and the crocodile.
Cavalry ready. Drive. Ready to rev her up. Just go. Give it all she's got. Heavy armor. Go reporting. Advance. Engaging enemy armor fire. Keep it moving.
Flamethrowers are effective at burning infantry squads out of buildings.
Those gears, come on! Heavy cats, let's take it to it! Under fire!
On the board.
Taking fire.
Engineers, we got work to do. Go!
Bastards. Engaging missiles.
Enemy unit down.
Roger. Advance. Just go. Enemy HQ is going down in smoke.
That should get you back in the war.
German base destroyed.
This thing is just about over.
This completes armor training.